You've been thinking about it, maybe you've told a few people, or maybe you've not told anyone yet because you're not even sure if you can pull it off. An ultramarathon. And somewhere in the back of your mind, there's a voice that says, is this really something for someone like me? And I'm going to answer that today, and the answer might surprise you. I'm Chris Tomlinson. I'm the founder of Northern Fitness and Adventure, and I've been coaching for over 15 years. I've helped hundreds of men and women, people with jobs, families, bad knees, and I've been going round and round in circles for many years without really getting anywhere. So I've made it my mission to prove that their voice in their head is wrong. Now, here's the thing with an ultramarathon that most people get wrong. They think it's a running event, but it's really, really not. An ultramarathon, whether it's 30 miles or 50 miles, is an endurance management event. The people that finish aren't always the fastest runners. They're the ones that trained clever, fueled well, and didn't fall apart mentally when the times got tough. And that's good news for you because all those things are coachable. So number one, you don't need to be a runner. Some of the strongest ultra finishers that I've worked with barely ran at all before they started training. But what they did have was consistency, a willingness to be coached, open-minded, and put in the work over time. Number two, the number one predictor of success isn't fitness levels at the start. It's whether someone can commit to a training block and make it work within their lifestyle without an all or nothing mentality. I work with people long term, but a general training block for a specific event is generally between 16 and 24 weeks. So you have to find a way to make that work within your lifestyle and your other responsibilities before committing to anything. Being organized or learning to be organized is the key. Number three, your body will adapt if you respect it and you recover properly. The human body is extraordinary at responding to load. The problem that most people fall into, though, is that they ramp things up too fast and go too hard too soon. They get injured or ill and lose a couple of weeks and then lose confidence in it because they become demotivated. A proper progressive program, which takes into account your external responsibilities as well, is the key to sticking to it long term. Strengthening your joints, working on stability, and your recovery is the key to continuing to progress. Number four, I will not lie to you, it is going to be mentally challenging, from hitting the wall during the event or the volume of time which is needed to commit during those weeks. Every single person I've coached will have hit this at some point, whether it's in the training block or at the event. But the ones that get through it aren't tough by nature. They're the ones that rehearse it and build it into their programs long term too. So every time your brain wants to give up, every time you're on a run and you think, I need to stop, I need to walk, if you don't give in to that and you keep pushing through, this builds a callus on your mind and it builds confidence and allows you to know that you can push through these barriers in the future. So when it comes to event day, you already know you're capable of continuing even when you think you can't. Now, in the spirit of being honest with you, not everyone can go straight into a training block for an ultramarathon. There are things which you need to sort of have a precursor for in order to start something like this, because the volume of training that goes into it is going to be taxing on your body. So if you have any sort of illnesses, if you have any imbalances, if you have any niggles or injuries which are showing up in your training blocks, then I would say address these first before going into a full ultramarathon training block. Because if you don't deal with them now, they will show up later on down the line and they could get worse. Also, mentally, if you're doing it for Instagram, if you're doing it for other people, if you're doing it for someone else, you will not get through it. You've got to do it for yourself. You've got to be willing to put the effort in. You've got to be willing to go to those dark places on those runs, and you've got to be willing to really do it for yourself to push through. But if you're already reasonably active, you're relatively healthy, you've got a genuine goal, and you genuinely want to do it just to prove to yourself that you can, then you definitely can do it. I've seen it too many times to think otherwise. So if this is the year that you want to do an ultramarathon, if this is the year that you want to get outdoors more and start pushing yourself that little bit more, stop thinking about it and start training for it. Now, the first thing that falls apart with most people's trainings is nutrition. It comes at the bottom of the list after work, after family, after all your other responsibilities, and people just don't have that time to prep. So I've put together a free recipe book. It's called Fuel Your Adventures in 15 Minutes. And it's for people like you that are busy, that want healthy, delicious, easy, fast food without spending hours in the kitchen, so that when training load goes up, I want to make sure that nutrition isn't the first thing that stops you. The link is in the description below, so grab it and start fueling your sessions properly. And if you want to start talking about building a program that's specifically for you, shoot me a message on Instagram or comment below. I'm here when you're ready. I'll see you in the next video.